transparent from day one, then everything will fall in place.
That is whatever the petitioners will say. If the court reacts on that, then how we will work? How we will work?
You please work in a fair and a transparent manner.
We are working in a fair manner. Simply because they are saying that is not unfair.
Yes, what is the matter?
My lord, the matters is, my lord, your lordship has held, my lord, the division bench of our High Court twice and the Supreme Court that no tainted candidates would be allowed to participate in the recruitment process, in the written examination. If any candidate slips through the net, my lord, the commission will ultimately reject their candidature after verification. My contention is, my lord, though a list has been published which only contains the name of the candidates, my lord, who have OMR mismatch. Their name has been published as tainted candidates. My contention is, my lord, none of the names who have been appointed after expiry of the panel are being included in the list of tainted candidates. Now, why I am saying expiry of panel is falls under the list of tainted candidates. My lord, straight away come to this, my lord, the judgment of the division bench in the first round, when, my lord, our division bench set aside 26,000 appointments. My lord, page 260.
Page 260.
Page 260, my lord. Paragraph 14. Paragraph Roman 14. My lord, paragraph 335. It is paragraph 335. And paragraph, my lord. So
XI?
Yes, appointments given to persons submitted, and, my lord, XI. Appointments have been given to persons after expiry of panel. So, my lord, this is one category which falls under the tainted. Now, my lord, a writ petition was moved immediately after the advertisement was issued that no tainted candidates will be allowed to participate. But the coordinate bench allowed our prayer, saying that no tainted candidates should be allowed to participate. Very interestingly, my lord, the state and the commission preferred an appeal, saying that no tainted candidates should be allowed to participate. Now, my lord, the division.
Preferred an appeal where?
Before the division bench.
All right.
The tainted candidates should be allowed to participate. My lord, kindly come to paragraph, my lord. No, I less from, my lord. Paragraph 30 onwards, page 21.
No, but then the Supreme Court has made it clear that the tainted candidates will not be allowed.
Yes, my lord. Why I am placing this, my lord? Tainted not be allowed. Why they might say, my lord, expiry of panel. Why I am saying so, my lord? This is important. This is the division bench judgment, and it's probably nothing else. My lord, truth has an ugly habit of raising its head, and when it raises its head firmly, it engulfs and demolishes any system which is founded on deception and corruption. In the earlier round of British.
Don't read. Tell me what.
Then, my lord, kindly come to page 23, paragraph 32.
Yes.
Paragraph 363, Roman has classified 3 categories of candidates who can be described as tainted candidates.
Yes.
Who have been outside the panel, my lord. Thereafter, persons.
Expiry of the panel.
Expiry of the panel. Now, my lord, my contention is the list, and, my lord, your lordship is already aware of the 28th August and 29th August Supreme Court order, where it has been Supreme Court has stated that no tainted candidates would be allowed to participate in the recruitment process. Now, my lord, kindly come to order of the Supreme Court at page, my lord, 61 of the recruitment.
Yes.
WBSSC has also tried to justify the extension of the term of panel.
Yes.
Above, the time period of 1 year specified in Rule 21 of the Rule 21 for destruction of OMRs coincides with the time period specified for validity of the panel. There is no doubt that the counseling process and appointments made to the post of assistant teachers for 19 and 12 were made after expiry of panel. This is illegal and contrary to the rules. Reliance has been placed on the orders of the High Court, which clearly the cases of rank jumping, where the High Court directed to appoint candidates after expiry of validity of the panel would not have any significant impact. Now, my lord, clear that after expiry of panel, nothing. Now, my lord, kindly come to paragraph 10 of my
The
petition.
panel, the list of tainted candidates that has been published, there is no mention of
No,
anybody.
because there is no mention of under which category they fall tainted.
Yes.
And my lord, these petitioners submit on oath that none of the names which included in that list contains after expiry of panel. That is why all of these addition of party applications are floating in before your lordships. My lord, now kindly come to paragraph 10 of my writ petition. This is at page, my lord, page 12. Lord, I am reading this sub paragraph. It is pertinent to mention.
Yes.
It is pertinent to mention herein that the panel for classes 11 and 12 was published on 27/11/2017 and the same expired on 27/11/2018. And the classes for 9 and 10, it was published on 12/3/2018 and the same expired on 12/3/2019. It is further pertinent to mention herein for both classes 9, 10 and 11, 12. 2 rounds of counseling had been conducted within the tenure of the panel. There were 7 or 8 rounds of counseling. After second round, all counseling and appointments were made after expiry of the panel. And my lord, the Supreme Court has categorically stated in paragraph 31 that counseling and appointments made after expiry of panel is illegal, and the act of the commission in trying to extend the panel is also bad in paragraph 31. Now, my lord, my prayer before your lordship is the list, they should include the candidates who have been appointed after second round of counseling for 9, 10 and 11, 12, and the list should contain the category under which they fall. Otherwise, this will contain.
Category means?
My lord,
Category means what?
category means, my lord, whether they are falls under rank jump or.
All right. All right. All right.
Except court orders.
And why this is urgent, my lord? The 11 in the Supreme Court, it was stated that nobody would be allowed to sit in the written examination. They have been allowed. They have been now called for verification. Their verification, they have not been rejected. Now 9, 10 results have been published. They have been included. So, my lord, in this way, now they will say interview will be done. Now my right has accrued. Nobody has challenged it. Again, my lord, this chaos will happen.
All right. Then in that case, commission's list was placed before me on one occasion. Is the list there?
Well, there is an important aspect in the matter which may have.
I want to see the list once.
Lord,
I have the list. My lord.
Let me see once.
Lord, in that list, it was not there.
Do you have any other list?
No. Only one list.
Only
What
one
will not-
list.
Huh.
Where is the names of the candidates who were called for counseling after expiry of the panel?
Lord, I just tell you. Lord, if your lordships kindly see the judgment of the Supreme Court.
No, I want to see the list. The list, it must be there in that bundle, isn't it? Is it there, Mr. Bandyopadhyay? The list was there, isn't it? Yes, please, let me see. What are the heads over here? Heads are mentioned.
Well, heads were mentioned in the very Supreme Court judgment itself.
Where? Which portion? 292?
325 onwards, your lordship will get the status.
292 is the list.
325. 292 is the list. The application is
List of all candidates as per notice number such and such. All candidates, what does all candidates means? How many candidates participated in the examination, or what does all candidates mean?
all candidates who have been asserted to be tainted.
Why have you not mentioned it? List of tainted candidates?
325 candidates onward, the status of each candidate has been
325. When you publish a list, you mention it as, I don't know, commission. You are not there for the commission.
No. My lord, we have given a notice on 30th August 2025.
325. List of tainted candidates with nature of taint. OMR issue.
So, out of panel is mentioned from 340.
Rank jumping.
Also mentioned as indicated.
Out of panel.
340.
340, 341, 342. OMR issue. Is there any candidate where it is mentioned called for interview or counseling after the expiry of the panel? Nobody is there. It cannot be. It has to be because court has found that there are candidates.
That finding,
Mission.
what my learned friend
To
has
that extent,
relied
Mr.
on,
Bandyopadhyay was
only
advancing
one,
argument.
that has been diluted by the Honorable Supreme Court in other paragraphs, where specific on the basis of the CBI report, a table has been, my lord, copy pasted.
Wait. Yes.
Well,
Senior
can I
Mr.
make-
Bandyopadhyay.
Yes, can I make a submission? Kindly, my lord, come to, my lord, the page 56.
Yes.
Page 56 of the writ petition. Lordships will find, my lord, paragraph 24.
No.
The impugned judgment refers to the following statistical report submitted by the WBSSC before the High Court. This is the OMR issue, rank jumping, alleged irregularity. Alleged irregular percentage. Then we will kindly come to paragraph 25. In the written submissions filed on behalf of the WBSSC in the court, two tables have been furnished. Table 1 pertains to the candidates who are the jump ranking or were appointed despite not being in a panel. Their details are as under this. Then we have table 1, table 2. The lordships will find there no kind of a, but those who are found tainted by the CBI, on that basis, this was prepared. This was done. They are the tainted persons have been found by the CBI in their report. Now, others have not been found as a tainted person. Now, if the
Where
others
are the candidates who were found to have been called for interview after expiry of the panel? Is there anything mentioned anywhere? Because the
No,
court's
it was
order
not.
mentions about that.
It was not the case of anybody before the Supreme Court. Today, a new case is being made out.
No.
Things.
Our Supreme Court has remanded the matter here. Whatever was under remand is different. This is absolutely fresh writ petition that has been filed. And the allegation is that candidates who were found to be called for interview or verification or whatever, it was after the expiry of the panel. This fact of expiry of the panel was taken note of by the division bench of this court, and it was affirmed by the Supreme Court. I want to see the list which contains the names of those candidates who were called for interview after expiry of the panel. This is what the court wants to know.
My lord, just in the gist, I submit. After the counseling of third panel, up to counseling of the third panel, this list was, the panel was valid. But during 1 year, 6 months, there was an interim order on the panel. Thereafter, so many matters have been moved. There, the court has allowed to work on that. I have the orders also. Now, therefore, the counseling process has begun 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But it is not that these panel candidates have committed any fraud or any other things, like the tainted candidates. Now, therefore, the up to 8 council, this process was continuing. It is a part of the process. And they have been, still now, they have not been treated as a tainted. Therefore, they have been asked to appear in the examination. They have been asked to appear, those who have succeeded, to appear before the interview.
The division bench of this court found the appointments given to persons after expiry of the panel to be an illegality. That is what is mentioned in paragraph 335 of the division bench's judgment.
Yes.
Right. So
Right.
if an illegality has been committed, that cannot be perpetrated.
That has been merged with the Supreme Court order, that finding.
Exactly. After merger, this becomes valid. The division bench's order gets validated.
Now,
And court,
My lord,
We will
paragraph
go by the Supreme Court's order, my lord.
Yes, certainly.
My lord, anyway, my lord, whatever the way you lords decide, we don't have the difficulties with that. My lord, this is our stand, we have said so.
Your stand is clear. Please show the candidates who fall under category 335XI of the division bench's judgment.
No, we have not treated them, this panel, when the counseling was going on, when the process of counseling was going on, we have not treated after third counseling, the panel has expired.
My lord, these-
Appointments.
My lord, kindly see the first line.
And they were, they are still continuing in the employment in view of the Supreme Court's order. Their appointments also have not been challenged by them.
Submission was made before the Supreme Court when this matter was being heard. Kindly see the first line of paragraph. Kindly
Their
see
appointments have not been
the
challenged.
first line of paragraph 31.
Supreme Court judgment.
Supreme Court judgment, page 61 of the writ petition. First
Same
line.
submission.
These very submissions were made before the Honorable Chief Justice Justice Amrita as his lordship came on.
Mm.
And kindly see,
Mm.
WBCSC has also tried to justify the extension of the term of the patent. It was justified, tried to be justified, it has been rejected as illegal and bad.
my lord, this has to be read with 46.
যেখানে একবার বলে দে দিস ইজ ইলিগাল এন্ড কন্ট্রারি টু দ্য রুল
Yeah, what?
It has to be read with 46. Right.
Yes.
Found to be tainted.
My lord, no, my lord, there is a difference
not
between
specifically
for candidates not specifically found to be tainted.
Right.
Now, there are separate tables which have been provided in the very judgment itself. If lordships kindly have a look at that. Just, may I say, well, this will have a,
Who is he, my lord? He
Mala-
is not even
Mala-
part.
there are large number of persons, even
he
we
is
we are
admitting
getting
effort-
salary, we are also, my lord, providing employment. Kindly look at this. No, may I just say, kindly visual, may I kindly visualize. My lord, kindly look at from a point of view of a very surface that any illegality is tainted. That argument is possible. But there is a likelihood when lordship look at the entire judgment, the Honorable Supreme Court used the word tainted for exactly categorized persons.
সুপ্রিম কোর্ট
Now that exactly categorized persons, they lose any right to participate in the further selection process. Now that categorizations was done by the Honorable Supreme Court on the basis of fundamental two things. Thing number one, 4 reports filed by the CBI because CBI scanned all the OMR sheets. And thing number 2 was the affidavit filed the SSC. What exactly happened was that, well, there wasn't, I take it, 1 year validity of the panel. Absolutely true that after that date, there has been counselings up to 8th counseling. That is true. So if lordship ask a yes or no questions like a mathematics, then the answer would be yes. If starting, there are a couple of counselings which were after the 1 year expiry, correct? But does it mean that those persons who were appointed and who never participated or never been part of this OMR, that corruption part, are they tainted, or whether the Honorable Supreme Court wanted them to be included in the tainted or not? That this has a larger issue. We also need to, may I say very honestly,
Why don't you get it clarified by the Supreme Court what the court wants?
the Supreme Court has clarified. That is the reason the Honorable Supreme Court completely dependent on the basis of the list by the SSC and allowed all of us to get the salary, and we are serving.
You are serving
Yes.
because of the benevolence of the commission.
No, we are serving because, correct, I take it that benevolence of this.
Please, somebody is there online,
I
you can make submission. Otherwise, you will be scolded by somebody else and not by the court.
it is our life and death. It is our life and death.
Only one thing, I have given you the thickest judgment.
May I make, one line submission.
all
Milord,
I,
on behalf of the state.
all I say this, I have only one thing to say. This is an extremely important issue. My lord, may I only get one day? Only one day. All I sought that tomorrow, so that we can also take all preparations.
Para?
Because my lord, there are large
Milord,
number of
kindly read
matters.
Milord paragraph 46, sir. This everything has to be Milord boiled down in paragraph 46 of the judgment.
Persons who have been
46 of the judgment.
panel after expiry of panel, and also those who submitted blank OMR but obtained appointments must return all remunerations and benefits received by them. Now read paragraph 45. This is the division bench judgment. Now read paragraph 45 of the Supreme Court judgment. This is at page 67. The last question, your lordship.
Yes.
The last question relates to the relief and whether it requires any modification. We had no valid ground or reason to interfere with the direction of the High Court that the services of the tainted candidates whose appointment must be terminated, and they should be required to refund any salary payment secured since their appointment the result of fraud is amounting cheating. We have to seek for justification to all candidates. So, my lord, kindly read this with 363(4) and this paragraph. Nothing remains, my lord. All these things were already submitted and Supreme Court.
Let me hear what the AG has to say. AG.
Milord, I have got a very short submission to make. But in my very humble understanding of the judgment of the Supreme Court, Milord, possibly, Milord, there were three categories of Milord candidates who were found to be tainted, which are number one, Milord, the candidates who were guilty of rank jumping or who were the beneficiaries of rank jumping. Number two is out of panel appointment. And number three, Milord, where Milord, the manipulation of OMR sheets had happened. Now, Milord, these are the Milord three broad categories of persons who were found to be tainted. Now, Milord, my learned friend for the petitioner today, Milord, wants your lordships to, Milord, add another category. The category being those who were appointed, Milord, after expiry of the panel. Please consider, Milord, whether, Milord, this can be done or not. Assuming, Milord, the allegations of the petitioners have any substance, please consider, will it not amount to adding to the judgment of the Honorable Supreme Court? The division bench had considered it, the Supreme Court had considered it, and Milord, this category of persons, Milord, in my understanding of the judgment, was not declared specifically to be tainted. Therefore, according to me, Milord, today, Milord, my learned friends cannot come out and try to make out a fourth category. Tomorrow somebody will come out and find out a fifth category. This cannot be added to the order of the Supreme Court. At this stage, Milord, this is my submission, subject to, Milord, consideration of, Milord, the judgments of the Honorable Supreme Court in its entirety, number one. And number two is, Milord, as your lordship knows, Milord, the Supreme Court has, Milord, fixed a timeline. The timeline being 31st of December 2025, that process will be completed. Now, Milord, these kinds of petitions will pour in. This is expected that these kinds of writ petition, Milord, with some injury, this way, that way, will be portrayed before the court, seeking an interference. Milord, please allow the process to go on. If my learned friends can make out a case, that can be taken up, Milord, subsequently. But as of today, Milord, my understanding of the order of the Honorable Supreme Court is that, Milord, this fourth category was not treated as to be a tainted category by the Honorable Supreme Court, based on whatever, Milord, the report which was filed by the CBI, both by, Milord, our division bench as well as the Supreme Court. Let the process go on, Milord. We'll come back better prepared and, Milord, address your lordships on this issue, Milord. These are, Milord, my submissions for the present.
Milord, can I make one submission, Milord? Can I make, kindly allow me? Just allow me. Milord, the petitioners here, they have secured 34 and 24.
Yes.
Most unsuccessful persons.
Well, I
Let's assume
been called for verification.
Not call for verification.
Yes, called for verification.
Very nice. Allow me to make submissions. Otherwise, my lord will be annoyed with me, you are interfering. But the 34 and 24, first of all, by no chance even, if the petition is allowed, they are not getting the employment. Their only purpose is, since we have not got it, no one will get it. This is one. Number two, my lord. Paragraph 46 has been said about tainted. Tainted. Tainted is on the basis of the CBI report, it is tainted. Now, let's assume for the argument's sake, the appointments were illegal. Illegal doesn't equate to tainted. Tainted is based on a certain facts discovered by the CBI. The paragraph 46 has said about tainted, not illegal. There is a demarcation of these two. But this point needs to be argued. These points have to be argued. This is initially I am pressing this point. Then we'll file affidavit. Lordships will decide.
And they will continue and they will again get there. Well, two things.
1 minute. 1 minute.
I can show you one judge, one order. Just give it, hand it over to Mr. Samim appeared. Now, one case they are obtaining one order, another case challenging. Kindly take the order of 30th August 2023. Give it Justice Vishwajit Basu's judgment, Salma Sultana.
Yes.
And see, the petitioner participated in the first SLST for recruitment of assistant teachers, so and so, sponsor so and so. The petitioner was a waitlisted candidate in the sex selection process under the general female category. The petitioner alleged that in compliance with the direction passed in Sitabuddin, etc., a list of candidates was published by the West Bengal Board of Secondary Education, whose appointment letters were generated as per the recommendations of the West Bengal Central School Service Commission. And from the said list, the petitioner for the first time came to learn the commission had recommended her appointment in the post of so-and-so, and the board had issued the appointment letter. The petitioner thereafter has filed the instant paying appointment in the post she was recommended. Mr. Samim, learned counsel for the case, submit that it is astonishing as to how the petitioner was recommended for appointment in a particular school when she never appeared in any council. He further submits that 8th phase of counseling was done after the expiry of the life of the panel. Can you see? Then Dr. Patto, learned counsel for the commission, submits that a petitioner was notified to participate in the counseling through text message in her mobile phone, number of which she disclosed in her online application, but she did not turn up. He further submits that the intervening COVID-19 pandemic did not allow the commission to complete all rounds of commission councils within the period of the life of the panel. Mr. Bhattacharya, learned counsel for the board, submits that the appointment letter was issued to the petitioner on the recommendation of the commission by the so-and-so. Mr. So-and-so, I have heard the learned counsel for the at length and have perused the materials on record placed before me by the respondent authorities through their respective reports. The commission in its report has specifically stated that merit position of the candidates was not compromised in recommending the appointment of the petitioner. Holding the 8th phase of counseling after the expiry of the life of the panel gets justified for the situation which prevailed all over the world on intervening COVID-19 pandemic. The mode of notifying the candidates about the date of counseling through mobile phone in the member so-and-so, as has been argued by Ms. So-and-so, the possible candidate has missed such communication cannot be ruled out altogether. The petitioner was found to be eligible for the appointment but could not join in the process. Well, then the direction is that he should be given. Therefore, this 8 months counseling was already 8 times counseling was taken into consideration by your lord, one of the coordinate bench of your lordships, and their number of reasons, one of the reason was COVID-19. But we can't go on, on just pure technical questions. We have to consider about the facts and circumstances of the case. More specifically, I am submitting, Millard. These persons who are not found to be tainted. Paragraph 46 is clear. That is only a tainted. Let's assume an order is bad. Order is bad doesn't mean it is tainted. Tainted where fraud has been committed.
Very well. Tainted untainted. You please place the list of candidates who were appointed after the expiry of the panel. Whether
Correct.
they'll be treated as tainted or not tainted, it
That
will
will
be
be decided.
seen later on.
My lord, appointed
My
in
lord,
the
my lord.
second phase of counseling for 19 and 11, 12. That has
Just one thing, madam.
Or the division bench's order, whatever is there is there. Appointments given to persons after expiry of the panel. Let the names of these candidates be placed before the court.
Well, I have
My
absolutely no difficulty for that.
my lord, that also
Maybe
that
the
also has
court is
been
not going
covered by this
into-
paragraph 31.
There is a note, a mention in the division bench's order, which has been affirmed by the
My
Supreme
lord,
Court.
only one
My
thing,
lord,
one
only-
is-
Disappointment
why
be given.
I am saying so. My lord, why I am saying so? In the
Well, we will see modified, rectified, clarified, whatever.
why I am saying so.
Let the list
The
come.
second phase, because my lord, two things are important. The list of candidates appointed after expiry of panel and date of publication of the panel and date of expiration, the expiration of the panel. That may also be produced before your lord.
1 minute.
Otherwise, they will say my
1 minute. OMC tested. 1 minute. I want the list, Mr. Bandyopadhyay.
Yes,
From
my lord,
the
yes.
division benches order, page 260, 335, 335,
Roman 9.
Roman 9, appointments given to persons who were not there in the panel. 10, appointment given to person submitted blank OMR. Appointment given to persons after expiry. Persons placed lower in rank given appointments. That means rank jumping.
Well, accepting this Roman, that group regarding the appointment after expiry of the panel, other all categories have been treated as a tainted and their names have not been sent.
All right, the list that has been placed.
my lord,
That
this-
is category list was there.
This list,
my lord, this is your lord.
1-9,
Kindly
Roman
see.
10.
So we have
I've
given the
given-
list.
This is little
My lord,
thin one.
what
It can
tainted possibly is a very extremely, my lord,
uploaded in the website, madam. Madam, what thing, madam, in Mosmi Mandal, madam, pass the order. Till date, they not publish it. Full list is necessary. Madam, this Salma is considered by the Supreme Apex. In the volume.
Mosui Mandal is not taking up, Mr. Samim. The Mosui Mandal is not being taken up now.
But you refer the Salma.
No, refer the submission? Give the order first.
OMR issue
And
not in the panel.
place that list.
OMR issue,
Rank
then
jumping.
out of panel.
9, 10 and 12 is
Out of
already there.
panel.
9, 10 and 12.
9, 10 and 12 there. So 11 is not here.
Rank jumping.
only
11.
11 is not there, my lord. And
All right.
they have admittedly they are protecting those tainted candidates.
তো বলতে হবে তো।
we may consider the what tainted is
Uh,
really what.
Yes, I see 9, 10 and 12 is there in whatever you have handed over in court. I do not know whether this is in the public domain or not. But then 11 is not there in your list also. Prepare a list and place it before the court.
Yes. All right.
With all details.
And my lord, one thing, my lord, at the earliest, because the verification, everything is going on, they will accrue their rights.
No, even it is stopped, you are not entitled to get for verification.
Yes, my lord.
Yeah. You have got only 32.
My lord,
Mm.
6,000 to 7,000. If these candidates
Nahin,
go,
Devani.
automatically my
Devani
lord,
was-
will come into
20,000 will go.
See one thing, the appointments of the year 218 also stood nullified by the Supreme Court in 2025. So it's not that it cannot happen. Rights may accrue, and then the court is here to see
No, that
whether
is
it's
always-
correctly
that
accrued
is
or
always-
not. So the court is taking care.
My lord, also
I would
keep
like
this.
to see the yesterday's judgment, whatever is there, so that I understand. I understand.
My lord, also, my lord, kindly keep this, my lord, point open that whether, my lord, they can at all, my lord, come before this honorable court at this stage. My lord, at the time of, my lord, publication of the notice, they did not challenge, my lord, put this omission at least, that this is not there. before the honorable court.
Where are you?
They're not yet,
placed?
my lord, published OMR sheet.
We are, my lord,
Sir, kindly keep the maintainability point open, my lord.
by the order of this
They not
honorable court.
published the OMR sheet.
Well,
So, my
till
lord,
date, no
now-
OMR has been published,
Now,
my lord, in
your
details.
lordship,
Then you participated in the test again.
yes,
They hiding
Correct.
it, although
Yes.
there's a
Let us
specific
see what
order of
happens.
yes,
publication
at least,
of
my lord,
the-
kindly keep this,
Maintain,
Sir, I have
Well,
a
kindly
different
keep
point.
keep this
maintainability.
open, my lord. This is what I was just
All
suggesting.
is open. Nobody is closing anything.
My lord, maintainability, no, maintainability. be
After they
open.
participate, become literally unsuccessful, come before your lordships. Very nice.
These people not come forward, this scam could not have been
But this is,
out.
Correct. Well, that is.
These people were not the petitioner then.
yes,
Maybe
rather
somebody
we
else
were,
was,
rather we were.
Someone else.
somebody, you were. You
Rather
brought
we
this
were.
scam to the fore.
Yes, my lord.
So somebody has to come somewhere.
Yes.
Today A is there, tomorrow B will come, tomorrow's third day C will come.
But at
This
least,
is
my lord,
how it
Our
unfolds
our
itself.
entire endeavor shall be scam and the mere, if I can say, extension of panel possibly have been taken care of differently. Well, I will
Your
be able-
way of interpreting,
Anyway,
courts will interpret
Of
in
course,
its own
madam,
way, the
I-
petitioner will
Of course,
interpret,
of course.
the way the commission will
Correct,
interpret.
correct. That,
Let us see
yes,
where we
yes,
can
but
come to.
I also.
This
Lordship,
is
look
too
at it.
early
Correct.
a stage and the court is
Correct. Because,
open.
because, my lord, just
Yes, yes.
one
Deeply
sentence.
obliged to you.
yes, my lord.
Once, if I am tented, I have to return the money. Not only three things. I have to return the money. I lose the job. For future, everything is stuck. No, just a second. So therefore, I'm trying to say tented is not just an English word. Some fraud has to be attached to that.
Yes, that is
It's
why
not
No,
a-
I have already submitted that, Mr. Dhwar. I have already submitted that.
The petitioners participated in the second SLST, OMR 2025, conducted by the West Bengal Central School Service Commission. Stop. Their allegation is that persons who have been appointed after expiry of the panel are being permitted to participate in the recruitment process. Stop. The same is contrary to the direction passed by the Honorable Supreme Court in the matter of Boishaki Bhattacharya within bracket Chatterjee versus State of West Bengal and others. Reported in এখানে দেখে নেবেন তো সিভিল অ্যাপিলটা দিয়ে দেবেন ঠিক আছে স্টেট অফ ওয়েস্ট বেঙ্গল ভার্সেস বৈশাখী আচ্ছা the the judgment of the Honorable Division Bench of this court in a batch of writ petitions, first of which is WPA 30649 of 2016. The court recorded the illegalities in the selection process. The court was of the opinion that appointments given to persons after expiry of the panel is illegal. Direction was passed by the court to publish the names of the candidates for public viewing. The commission has published a list containing names of candidates who have been given appointment, who were outside the panel, persons who submitted blank OMR sheets, and persons placed lower in rank. The list does not contain names of any person appointed after expiry of the panel. Stop. Next. The as an interim measure, na তার আগে লিখুন, the recruitment process is ongoing. Stop. As an interim measure, the commission is directed to produce the list of candidates given appointment after expiry of the panel. When did the panel expire?
My lord, paragraph 10, if your lordship kindly comes.
Which judgment, paragraph 10?
My lord, of the writ petition, my lord. My lord, for 9 and 10, the panel expired on, for classes 9, 10 panel expired on 27.
All right, 27th November 18 and 12th of March
9, 10.
2019. All right.
The question of voting does not
Expiry of the
support-
panel, bracket লিখে দিন তো। For classes 9 and 10, be it recorded that the panel
দেখি শুধু 9,
for classes 9
9, 10, 11, 12.
and 10 expired on 12th March 2019, and the panel for classes 11 and 12 expired on 27th November 2018. ঠিক আছে? The fate of the candidates whose name appears in the said list of candidates appointed after the expiry of the panel. Acha, the fate of candidature of the candidates shall abide by the result of the writ petition. Release the matter for further consideration on
জানে।
9th of December.
My lord, there is also another prayer in this writ petition to publish the waiver.
9th December, my lord, can any other date, my lord, 8th or
All right, 8th.
My lord, there is another prayer in this 12th second SLST to publish the waiver of all candidates. This is my specific prayer, my lord, because there are also allegations. If they are fair, the commission is fair.
In the other order that I passed on the last occasion,
My lord,
wasn't
this is
there a
in respect of
direction?
the 2016 process, your lordship directed for
All right.
publication. I am on this process.
Oh,
my lord,
this 2025.
2025.
All right.
All the waivers. will be
Aren't the commission publishing the OMRs?
No, for not
of
for
the
all candidates
present
in public
candidates?
domain. It has to be public.
Lord, every candidate has got their own OMR this time.
I am not on that, my lord.
There are not, you are not on that, we are on
No.
other.
Every
All-
candidate has a OMR, has to be, but then why
Ah.
not put it up in the public domain so that
Lord, let us, Lord, whether kindly let us give time to work to finish it by 31st December.
so
Lord, we
you
have to,
want to finish it and thereafter all illegalities to come up and further challenges and everything?
Application.
Why
Lord,
don't
there
you
is
transparent
no.
from day one? Then everything will fall in
Lord,
place.
that is whatever the petitioners will say. If the court reacts on that, then how we will work? How we will work?
You please work in a fair and a
No,
transparent
we
manner.
are working in a fair manner. Simply because they are saying that is not unfair. Our justification is there, but every point, whatever these councils will speak and court will react, then how we will work? We are ready to
will
publish.
work. You already
OMR
have
sheets.
OMRs.
I will show to your lordship OMR sheets. Every OMR sheets were given inspection by the Justice Bossa earlier.
The court doesn't want to see the OMR. You please put it up in the public domain so that the candidates who are really involved
No,
will
court,
see.
I have no objection that the court
then
will not
please.
see. I have no objection that
Eh,
court will see, court will not see.
I will
I'm
not
not saying so.
understand. লিখুন তো, as the our entire recruitment process is being conducted in compliance of the direction passed by the Honorable Supreme Court, the Commission ought to ensure that the process is fair and transparent from step 1. Step to rule out any illegality in the process, the Commission is directed to put up the OMR sheets of the candidates in the public domain so
Of
that
2025 to 2020.
none has complaint against any candidate.
My lord, of 2025, 19.
Complaint would be there. That is not that complaint would be there. Atripto atta, that is complaint would be there. Complaint is justified or not, that's a different thing.
The what you said, 9, 10? All
9, 10,
OMRs, 9, 10, 11, 12, all examinations.
I have
All
checked.
examinations.